Hi, everyone. Good day. My name is Paul Bartholomew. This is I Want to Hold Your Band. And my guest today is actor Jay Huguley, who is a delight of a man, an incredible actor. You may know him from just tons of stuff. Walking Dead, True Detective, 12 Years a Slave. He's just been in a lot of stuff. So we talk about a lot of artists that I know, but their earlier stuff, which I didn't know as much, which was really exciting. The Cure, the B-52s, Talking Heads, Nile Rodgers, and Chic. And don't forget, you can find a playlist with links to all the songs we talk about in this episode in the episode description on Spotify and iTunes, and then you can listen to the song and vibe along with us and know what we're talking about. Please subscribe and like. I can't believe I'm saying those words. Why? I don't know. Just because. Anyway, I give you Jay Huguley. What is the first album, artist that you remember in your life?
Elvis. I remember when I was really little, my father was doing a lot of like international business, and we always had Dutch babysitters for whatever reason. And they would come over and like, my brothers were like teenagers, but I was like, 5 and 6, and these like Dutch girls would walk into my house in like bikinis, and like Minnie van Wassem was always like listening to like every album.
Minnie van Wassem?
Minnie van Wassem. Yeah, that was her name. And she loved Elvis. And then we got into the 70s a little bit more, and I started listening to my brother's music coming out of their rooms, which was, Do you remember that episode of the Brady Bunch where Greg moves up into the attic apartment? When my oldest brother went to high school, he took over the attic as his, Greg Brady apartment, basically. And so I remember hearing a lot of like the new music blaring out of the Greg Brady room. And I remember I was able to climb up the banister to go up to his, all the way up to his Greg Brady apartment. And it was always all that music that was playing. A lot of Rolling Stones.
That's very dramatic to hear it.
I know.
Echoing down from the attic above.
And sometimes he had girls up there, and it was like,
Okay, so let's jump in. It's so interesting how some of your favorites are in this sweet spot for you of 80 to 84.
Yeah.
So let's start with the first one, The Cure. You had it as one of your top artists, and then you had it as one of your top albums, The Head on the Door, and then 2 songs, Charlotte Sometimes and The Walk.
Yeah.
So tell me what The Cure, how you came to them. And
I mean, I remember exactly where I was. I was in my dorm room, and there was a guy named Jeff Tuzeau that lived down the hall from me, and he was playing The Cure. And it was like something lit up in me, and I walked out of my dorm room, and I walked down the hall. I just followed the music, and I went into his room. And it was Close to Me, that song by The Cure. And it was just a brand new 80s British longing sound that I had never heard before. And I've loved them ever since.
so both of them, Charlotte Sometimes and The Walk, were both singles, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So why those songs?
I mean, The Walk, if you just listen to it, the way it begins, I've never heard anything like it. It was so different to me. Coming from where I came from, it was just a brand new sound. Not quite goth, but definitely not American. And it was just really, really British. And it was, I think it represented, I don't know, some kind of world out there that was waiting for me that I couldn't wait to get to. New.
So we're going to listen to The Walk by The Cure. It's from 1983, and it's a single, and we're just going to listen to a little bit of it.
Excellent.
That's a great song.
Isn't it a great song?
Oh, my God.
Makes me emotional just to hear it, because I just remember hearing it for the first time and thinking, like, I saw you look like a Japanese baby. Like, what the hell are you talking about? That's so cool. I don't even know what that means. But, like, you're talking about in I don't know what it is, in metaphors or in it just blew my mind.
I don't know early. It's earlier Cure, right? I mean, it's not...
It's early, but not earliest. And then I remember seeing him live when I was younger, and just seeing like this, basically a monster comes out on stage with like lipstick all over his face and singing these romantic, incredibly, lyric things. It just blew my mind.
So the next group I want to talk about, whom is that right? Whom I know, but I don't know their earlier stuff, is the B-52s.
Yeah.
And it's one of your favorite bands and also one of your favorite albums, which is Wild Planet in 1980.
So that was, B-52s was the moment where I really broke out of my brother's music, So for all the 70s, it had been all of that rock. So it was Rolling Stones, the Beatles, Dan Fogelberg, and Bruce Springsteen. We were in New Jersey, so that was a big thing. And then I remember sitting in my kitchen, and on the clock radio, the announcer said, "This is a band out of Athens, Georgia. They're called the B-52s," and it was Private Idaho. And the way that song begins, something cracked open in my head completely.
Where did you hear that when you heard it?
In New Jersey, my house in New Jersey, in my kitchen on the clock radio. My whole head cracked open. I was like, this is mine.
Wow.
I don't know, whatever this is, new wave, I just fell in love. Suddenly, like, my music taste took a big left turn.
Okay, so we're going to listen to Private Idaho, which is on the album Wild Planet from 1980. And this is the B-52, so here we go. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I'm growing up in this polite house in New Jersey where everything is James Taylor and Dan Fogelberg, and all of a sudden the vehemence of people screaming, "Don't go on the patio." You know, I was like, what? Like, we can't go on the patio? I mean, I just fell in love. And you know, and then I saw what they look like. They've just got these huge beehive hairdos.
Yeah.
And they were getting in their station wagon in Athens, Georgia, and driving to New York all in one car to play at CBGB's. And apparently John Lennon and Yoko Ono were huge fans, would always go see them.
Really?
Yeah, they thought that they were like the future of music.
God, it's so, that sound.
That sound.
It just drives. Is that their first album?
I forget. I think there was like a eponymous album maybe before that. I'll have to look. But,
Oh my God.
And again, I mean, that music, it gave me the sense of there is a world out there for me
Yeah.
that sounds like that. Doesn't just sound like Linda Ronstadt and whom I love, but you know, it was like there was something else out there for me right up, and sometimes it was right over the bridge in Manhattan, you know.
Did you ever see them in?
Oh, many, many times.
Really?
Yeah.
During that time?
Not during that time, no. I didn't see them until the 80s, I think, but love them. And the great thing about YouTube is that all their early like SNL performances are on there, and they're just so fresh and new, and you know, you'd never seen anything like them before. It's
And they
great.
don't seem like they give a shit, too. Like, anytime I saw them perform, I mean, I'm sure they do, but they just are so authentically themselves.
Yeah. And they're just screaming this like banal, like, you know, "Where's the party? Where's your ice box? Pass the tanning butter." You know, and something about that connected with me. It was so inappropriate and wrong.
Yeah.
I
Amazing.
loved it. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, let's go to favorite artist, song, and album, and that's Talking Heads.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of your favorite songs was This Must Be the Place, Speaking in Tongues, and favorite album is Remain in Light. In that sweet spot for you, 80 to 84. So did they come to you during that time period, or did they come to you later?
So I was in high school, and my friend Dave Sika talked about this new movie that was coming out called Stop Making Sense. It was playing at the 8th Street Theater in New York City, and it was the Jonathan Demme documentary about the Talking Heads, and we went and saw it, and it totally blew my mind. And I think for the next year, I only listened to the Talking Heads, just all of their early stuff. And yeah, there's a crossover there too. I think David Byrne produced some of the B-52 stuff, and it was this all sort of similar sound, not linear lyrics, and I loved them.
There must have been a charge too, I would think, that like they're right there.
Yeah. I know.
In New York, that you could feel that it was that
right
you were,
over the bridge.
Yeah, right over the bridge. They were
world
right
for me. I remember reading Interview magazine a lot with, like, you know, the whole Warhols and all the superstars and the Viva and Gerald Malanga and, you know, Edie Sedgwick. Just reading about those New Yorkers that were just right over the bridge, and it seemed like there was a world out there for me.
Did you share that with your family, or was that unique? Like, for instance, my call to go from Texas to New York and just to be in the arts and is different from the rest of my family. Like, I have an older brother and my mom and dad.
Yeah.
I'm just different. I mean, I share things with them, but that's so. Was that a calling that you felt like when you heard those songs? You felt, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember feeling super excited about sharing it with everyone, that it was my secret. But and you know, we'd go see Broadway plays, you know, for my birthday, and there were very mature, subject matter. I remember seeing the first incarnation of a chorus line, and then seeing Evita, and then, so there was this theater thing that was right over the bridge too. But I don't know. I think I was in a suburban, polite, very nice neighborhood where people said the right thing, they asked the right things, and they did the right thing. And then there was the B-52s and the Talking Heads and, all those people that said whatever the hell they wanted. And that sounded like a lot of fun to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you graduated from college, did you...
Moved to New York for a little while, and then I got a play with our friend Aimee Scribner, and it moved out here, and that's why I came out here.
You knew her all the way back then?
Oh, yeah.
And that's when... Did you start doing all the Jay and Aimee stuff? Did you start writing, or was that not till later?
That was until later, yeah.
Which is...
Once we got out here.
Has got an epic... in our household anyway, for Phyllis and I. It's got this mythic... so for the listener, Jay did this 2-person act with another incredibly talented person, Aimee Scribner, and they would inhabit these different characters. And I've never laughed so hard in a theater at various times. And Alyssa and I will still use several of the quotes. Well, we haven't used it in a while, but we look at each other and say, what a pair we are.
I love that.
Okay, so let's continue on.
Yeah.
So the Talking Heads. So which songs should we listen to?
Do you know This Must Be the Place?
No.
I mean, it's got to be on other people's lists. But if you want to do something slightly more obscure that I love, there's Found a Job on the album More Songs About Buildings and Food.
All right, so we're going to take a listen to that right now.
It's good, right?
That's so good.
And everyone's speaking in metaphors and colors. And, I just remember thinking, you're allowed to talk that way and say those things? And, as a little kid, it was pretty amazing.
That's a great song.
Yeah,
is that a not...
not a popular song, no.
Really?
No.
Oh, that's fantastic.
You can tell that they like it because they play it in the documentary Stop Making Sense. And I love their story. They all met at RISD, Rhode Island School of Design, and used to play in the quad. And, they're all just artists.
Okay, great. Moving on. Oh, this one. Okay, this I don't know. Although when I went, I knew the song or one of the songs.
Yeah.
And it's Niles Rodgers and Chic, one of your favorite artists that you have. So I looked and I was like, oh, I know Freak Out.
Yeah.
But so how did you come to him, to them?
Definitely through Freak Out originally. That was just such a big, late 70s, I was 12, 13. It was a big disco hit. And again, it's that thing that's over the bridge, whatever that is. Studio 54, New York, artists, designers, painters, actors, having a lot of fun.
Did you feel that?
Music. I did, yeah. And anytime I went into the city to see a play with my parents, I would look at the crowd and think oh, these are my people.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, just that sound. I don't even know what you call it, but I just loved it.
So it started with that song, and then did you dive more into...
For sure. And all the producing he did. He worked for so many other artists.
Yeah.
And just the Nile Rodgers sound is incredible.
All right, so now we're going deep disco. Okay, so Jay pulled a song for us. We're going to do I Want Your Love by Chic featuring... I don't know if it's featuring Niles Rodgers, is it?
He's on it. He produced it. Yeah.
All right, so here we go.
It's good, right?
Oh, that bass line.
Yeah.
It's just so active and so
good. Deep Studio 54, Liza Halston.
I don't know all my Studio 54
It's
lore.
good. Some really good stuff came out of there.
Did you ever go there or ever?
I went there once it reopened, which is just not the heyday of it.
Yeah.
They got shut down, I think, in 79 or 80 or something like that. So, but my brother did.
He did?
Yeah. He said it was unbelievable. Like, you'd walk around and you'd be like, oh, there's Rod Stewart and Liza Minnelli and Mikhail Baryshnikov and, just everybody, Diana Ross. And
how did that work? How would you back then? I wonder how you would get in. Like, how did your brother get in?
He was handsome. I think Steve Rebell was outside and picking people, and you either had to be rich or cute. Yeah, and I think he and his friend Stuart were, they got in. Yeah.
Okay, jumping around. We're approaching. We're gonna land the plane, but not quite yet. Let's do your favorite sadness song, and that's "I Just Don't Think I'll Ever Get Over You."
Yeah,
by Colin Hay.
Do you know it?
Don't know it at all.
It's just brutal. It's just...
First of all, the title "I Just Don't Think I'll Ever Get Over You" is like...
He's the lead singer of Men at Work, that they had those big hits, and then in the 80s, and then he went off on his own, and I think he plays cabaret dates and stuff. He's super talented. And that song is just a very simple lyric about kind of going like, I'm never going to stop thinking about you. I'm never going to get over you. And, it's a great breakup song. I mean, I love a simple lyric, and that's what this is. It's beautiful.
How did you come to it? Do you remember? It's just kind of one of those songs that
I just heard it on the radio or something like that, and I thought, wow, what a simple way to say something so profound.
Okay, so let's listen to I Just Don't Think I'll Ever Get Over You from 2009 from Colin Hay, the previous singer of Men at Work.
Yeah. I've gotten to a point in my life where I realize that what really makes me cry and get teary is grace, like grace for another person. And I feel like there's a lot of grace in that song. He says, I don't want you to think that I'm unhappy.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm happy. I'm never going to get over you.
I love that he says that. He says, I don't want you to think that I'm unhappy, but it's closer to the truth.
Yes, exactly. And I've quit drinking, and I'm trying to I'm going to live a long life, and I'll have trouble getting down the stairs, but I won't get over you. Yeah, it kills me.
What you said at the beginning, I was aware of it when I was listening to it. It's so simple, like you said.
It's very rare.
But yet, why does that arrangement of words make it so profound when you're listening to it?
Yeah.
The way that he ordered those sweet, poetic thoughts about grace towards this person that he's never going to get over.
Yeah.
With that music, I think, with that guitar.
Yeah,
It's just,
it just feels like a conversation. And I feel like Joni Mitchell was always the queen of that. It's just like you're just sitting across the table from her. She's telling you things, and yeah.
Well, thank you for that. I'm adding that into my repertoire because I like to feel sad, or music helps me feel my sadness and I've grown a lot better at this, but being in touch with kind of my anger or my sadness or those emotions was not always, good at.
Did you see a movie from last year called Past Lives about two young Korean kids who one immigrates to America and then they find each other as adults?
Yes.
Yeah. That has grace in it, like that song has in it for me. It's just people really trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
They're really trying to not do the wrong thing and be stand-up people. And it's incredibly painful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I bawled through that movie. Well, for whatever reason, it just got me.
Okay, so let's talk about one of your favorite pump-up songs, which is Never Say Never. Romeo Void, Warm in Your Coat from 1981.
Yeah.
So how did you come to them?
Warm in Your Coat is a lyric from that song. It's so I think they used it in a movie called Reckless with Daryl Hannah and Aidan Quinn in the 80s. And, it was like on every dance floor DJ, in the 80s in college. And I just fucking loved it. I don't know what it was. It was loud. Felt punk. It felt sexy. The lead singer is this sort of like woman who was screaming, and I just dug it. And it was such a sexy lyric, super dancey also. I don't know. I think that it was their only really big hit, and they kind of went away pretty quickly, but I loved it. It always got me on the dance floor.
Okay, I'm very excited because I've never heard this song.
Oh, good.
Okay, so we're going to listen to Never Say Never from 1981 album Warm in Your Coat.
Come on.
By Romeo Void. First of all, come on, you heard it. She says, fuck.
I know, right? I just loved it. It was always a song that got everybody on the dance floor.
That's a great song. Again, the thread, all these songs, just you group these songs together, and they're sitting in New York City, and you're in New Jersey, and they're doing this.
Yeah. She says she's sleeping on papers, but she'd be warm in your coat. It's like, what? What's that even mean? It's so hot. Yeah, I just loved that song. And they never really went any further.
Let's go to the last one because I played this and Alyssa knew it, but I didn't know it because, as she says ad nauseum, Madonna went to my high school in Michigan.
Oh, is that right?
So, yeah. So I don't know the song Burning Up. I have this album.
Yeah. What list did I put that under?
You put that just as, so I have a section for the listener in my questionnaire that's a favorite obscure song. So something you wouldn't think people would think you like, or you wouldn't think you would like, or so why
I think
Burning
it's like
Up?
a B-side of hers, and whenever it comes on the radio, I just think it has a really good dancey beat to it, and it seems a little bit like that early New York trouble feel of the early 80s, you know, when Basquiat and Herring and Warhol and Madonna, and they were all hanging out and not bathing, and, you know. And I don't know, there's something about, you know, those songs that she performed at Danceteria with just like a boombox before she was anybody.
I don't know anything about that.
And this is like she used to perform at this place called Danceteria. And Danceteria was like 4 floors. I used to go when I was in high school. Sometimes there was a reggae floor. Sometimes there was a rock floor. And they would have like East Village or, you know, Lower East Side performers, and they'd just come on. They'd have dancers behind them, and it was super low tech. They'd have a boom box with them sometimes, and that's where Madonna started.
Where was it in the city? Had to be downtown, right?
It was downtown, yeah. I don't even remember where it is now, but yeah, I saw a lot of bands there.
What did you see there? Do you remember?
I know that I saw the one I always remember was Aimee Mann.
Oh.
When she was with a band called Till Tuesday. I used to go see them a lot. They were great.
Till Tuesday. Was that Voices Carrie?
Yeah, exactly.
Aimee Mann was in that?
That's Aimee Mann. She's the lead singer. That's whose voice it is. Voices Carrie. Yeah.
Had no idea that was
That's
her.
Aimee Mann. Yeah.
Blind spots just everywhere for me.
I was in line behind her at the grocery store one time, and I just gushed. It touched my heart. I was just like, oh, I saw you in 1982 at the blah blah blah, and she goes, I don't even remember that. So I thought it was really funny.
Was it Till Tuesday, or no? She was just performing, and she hadn't.
She was when I saw her at Danceteria. She was with Till Tuesday.
What a great name for a place, Danceteria.
Yeah. That's great.
It just had 4 floors.
Yeah, everybody came through there, and it was super fun. Big line outside, and
was there simultaneous music going on different floors?
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
Is there a place like that now?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Neither of us would know that.
I know.
We don't know the answer to that.
I'm asleep by 9:30.
Well, that's it. I've sucked a lot of information out of you.
Oh, it was really fun.
And I'm glad. I so loved vibing to that. A lot of those, The Cure, the B-52s we listened to, the Talking Heads, they just do something to your body.
Yeah, and it's fun to hear them all together now. All these formative songs from my brain that were, to hear them all next to each other right now. It's really cool.
Well, I loved talking with you.
I love talking to you.
And thanks for dinner, buddy.
Thanks for having me.